50 Cent has been working on this documentary for almost 2 years. The footage he has is insane. The people he got speaking about Diddy is ridiculous. And on top of that, the only place he agrees to do the interview, Rob, if you can show this, he goes and interviews with ABC. And there's an Instagram post he put up, Rob. I don't know if you have that or not. If you go on his Instagram account, he goes and does the interview about Diddy's documentary on ABC. And they say the reason why he did it on ABC, it's that one right there, Rob, the one you had it on, is because ABC News Station is one of only few stations they're allowed to watch in prison.
Another day, another Diddy story flooding my feed. Recently, 50 Cent has started exposing celebrities who are desperately trying to shut down his Diddy documentary, and the names he's leaking will shock you. The Diddy Netflix documentary is breaking the internet right now, and some of the biggest names in Hollywood are completely losing it as they try to get it taken down. I'm talking about celebrities you'd never even suspect, people who are now scrambling to keep their secrets buried. And 50 Cent? He's not backing down at all. He's naming names, posting receipts on Instagram, and calling out everyone who's panicking. In this video, I'm breaking down every single celebrity 50 exposed, the leaked photos and messages he shared, and why this documentary has the entire entertainment industry terrified. Trust me, you'll want to stay until the end, because the craziest part involves Jay-Z, and why he's completely missing from the documentary. Not even one mention. Let's get into it, alright. Before we jump into the names, let me give you some context on what's happened over the past few days. 50 Cent's Netflix documentary dropped just days ago, and it's already crushing the competition. We're talking 21.8 million views in just 6 days. To put that into perspective, it's currently beating Stranger Things on the Netflix charts. Yeah, you heard that right. Stranger Things, but this isn't just another celebrity drama documentary. This is 50 Cent going full force after Diddy, armed with actual evidence, never-before-seen footage, and witnesses who've stayed silent for literal decades. The documentary shows Diddy in the days leading up to his arrest, private phone calls with his lawyers, and testimonies from people who worked side by side with him for years.
Honestly, it's between both of them and God.
Yeah.
So, only God can judge, and both of them people have time to sit with God and talk about and through everything. And right now is Puff's time to sit there and have a conversation, a much needed conversation with God.
After the documentary dropped, certain celebrities started freaking out. They're doing everything they can to get Netflix to remove it. Some are even allegedly trying to bribe officials to make sure their names don't show up anywhere near the Diddy situation. And 50 Cent? He's exposing every single one of them on social media, no filter, no holding back. So buckle up, because this is about to get crazy. Let's start with the Marlin Wayans situation, because honestly, this one caught everyone off guard. Marlin straight up started a public beef with 50 Cent over Sean Combs. And everyone's asking the same question: why would you do that? Here's what happened. Marlin went on the Cruise Show, the popular LA radio station, and said that 50 Cent was wrong for kicking Diddy while he's already down. He kept talking about karma, saying that only God can judge Diddy. He even claimed that Diddy just needs time to have a conversation with God, instead of being publicly destroyed like this.
50 and Puff have a long-term beef. It's personal. It's between both of them and God. Just the way Puff is down on his luck and 50's kicking a man when he's down. If 50 ever luck turned up on 50, you got to be careful what you put out. There's a karma to every action that you do.
Now look, I get it, everyone deserves a chance at redemption. But here's what people are really wondering: why is Marlin being so defensive about Diddy? Is he protecting him? Because, maybe, just maybe, he was involved in some of the same stuff. I'm just saying, the energy feels suspicious, and 50 Cent clearly thought the same thing. He didn't hold back at all. He went straight to Instagram and posted an edited photo of Marlin in full white chicks drag. The caption? Brutal. It read, "Did this fool trying to get at me? LOL. No AI, that's your vibe, boy. Keep my name out your mouth." Basically, 50 implied Marlin was defending Diddy because they're cut from the same cloth. And with everything coming out lately, It's no surprise people are questioning where Marlin's loyalty really lies. But wait, there's more. Marlin actually responded to 50's documentary and warned him about karma. Check this out.
Guys, where the f is Jay-Z? Just finished watching the Diddy documentary and not a picture, not a mention, no video footage, nothing with Jay-Z. Like, what kind of deal did 50 strike with the Carters? I've Googled it and I can't seem to find anything except for the 150 post that he did. And I can't tell if he's trolling Jay-Z or what's going on. Is he so powerful that he is getting out of this? Is it the Epstein files? What's the tea?
So basically, Marlin is saying that 50 Cent is going to get karma for exposing Diddy. But here's the real question everyone's asking. Why are you so pressed about this, Marlin? What's really going on? Even Charlemagne the God called out the double standard. He pointed out that people only complain about kicking a man while he's down when it's a black producer like 50 Cent making the documentary. When TMZ dropped a Diddy doc, when Hulu did one, when Peacock made one, nobody said a word. Nobody talked about karma then. So why is everyone coming after 50 Cent specifically? It's giving I'm protecting my friend because I might be next energy. That's all I'm saying. Now we're getting to the part that has everyone confused, and honestly, this might be the most suspicious thing in the entire documentary. You just watched a full 4-episode series about Diddy. 4 episodes covering his life, his career, the parties, the allegations, everything. And guess who's completely missing? Jay-Z, not a single mention. Not one photo. Not even a quick clip of them together. Nothing. And if you know anything about hip-hop history, you know that's strange. Jay-Z and Diddy were everywhere together. They ran the industry, partied together, and did business side by side. So why is Jay-Z completely erased from this story? Someone on TikTok summed it up perfectly. They said,
So why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy.
And you know what? That's a valid question. Just a few months ago, we saw allegations involving both Jay-Z and Diddy together. Now, suddenly, Jay-Z has vanished from the narrative like he never existed. So here's the theory going around. People believe 50 Cent may have made a deal with Jay-Z and Beyoncé. Maybe Jay-Z agreed to stay quiet, or helped 50 behind the scenes, and in return, 50 kept him completely out of the documentary. Because let's be real, there's no way to tell Diddy's full story without mentioning Jay-Z. It's impossible, and if you've been paying attention to Jaguar right, you already know what's coming next. Jaguar has been saying for years that once Diddy goes down, Jay-Z is next in line. She's literally predicted all of this. In one of her interviews, Jaguar said,
for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform.
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
Yo, when she first said that, everyone thought she was crazy. But now, people are starting to believe her. Because why else would Jay-Z be completely removed from a documentary about the man he worked closest with for decades? Think about it. Jay-Z was at those parties. Jay-Z did business with Diddy. They were both at the very top of the music industry together. So where is he in this documentary? The silence is loud. Real loud. Next up, we've got Ja Rule, and honestly, this guy just can't help himself when it comes to 50 Cent. Ja Rule has been doing everything in his power to trash 50 and throw dirt on this Netflix documentary. He's been all over Twitter, posting comments and doing whatever he can to make 50 look bad.
Did Diddy do that to Pac?
But here's the funny part. Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard who's been spilling everything, already exposed Ja Rule. Gene hinted that Ja Rule had his own private situations with Diddy back in the day and may have been involved in the same kind of activities Diddy's accused of now. So maybe that's why Ja Rule is so pressed about this documentary. Maybe he's worried his name could be next. 50 Cent even posted about it, saying Ja Rule is protecting Diddy because they're in the same boat, and based on what Gene Deal said, that might actually be true, and despite all the hate, legal threats, and celebrities trying to take it down, this documentary is dominating. It pulled 21.8 million views in just 6 days, bigger than Stranger Things. People are binge-watching it, it's trending everywhere, and the harder they try to suppress it, the more people want to see it. Classic Streisand effect, now things get really heavy. This is where the documentary shifts from celebrity drama to potential criminal territory, especially when it starts talking about Tupac's murder, using actual federal recordings.
This is Diddy's 19 years old. If you just type in the city college, yeah, this is 34 years ago, guys.
Wow.
Exactly 34 years ago. Go to a clip of it, Rob, if you can, just to show. Go to the cover of that page. Go to the cover of that. Look at that.
Oh my God.
8 crushed to death and ends up becoming 9, by the way. Yeah, true story. But if you go and see if you can find a video, Rob, of what it looked like. If you type if you type in video. So everybody's coming to this game, you know, all the major NBA, you know, all the major rappers, everybody's, oh my God, it's going to be great, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. And in that image right there, go to that image right there with Diddy, no, the middle one, that's him doing the press conference. He does the press conference on that day at 19-ish years old, boom, he becomes famous. And he creates that rumor reputation of he can put the biggest parties in the world and people show up, the biggest promoter. So that became a way where his image got bigger and bigger and bigger.
The documentary even features recordings of Keefe D talking to federal investigators. For those who don't know, Keefe D is the man who allegedly organized Tupac's murder. On these tapes, he claims that Diddy offered him $1 million to take out Tupac and Suge Knight. Let that sink in. According to Keefe D, his crew only succeeded in killing Tupac, not Suge. So they were allegedly paid $500,000 instead of the full $1 million. $500,000 for ending someone's life. That's what's being alleged.
Recordings give viewers an intimate look at Combs's mindset ahead of his criminal trial, even conversations with his legal team.
Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day. Perhaps. What was he intending to use it for?
I have no idea what he was doing that for.
I mean, you know, you're talking about a man who films himself doing everything.
The documentary goes deep into these allegations. It claims Diddy felt threatened by the growing friendship between Tupac and Biggie. Multiple people featured say Diddy didn't like how close they were becoming. He allegedly felt Biggie was choosing Tupac over him, and that jealousy changed everything. According to the documentary, that's what led to the alleged decision to have Tupac eliminated. Because of these claims, people are now saying the Tupac case could be reopened. The recordings are real. The FBI allegedly has them. And now, they're streaming on Netflix for the world to see. This isn't hip-hop beef anymore, this is potential federal investigation territory, and if you think that's wild, wait until you hear what the documentary says about Biggie's death. Kirk Burrows, Diddy's former business partner and Bad Boy Records co-founder, tells a story that shocks a lot of people. He claims Biggie was supposed to fly to the UK for a tour, flights booked, everything ready, but Diddy allegedly called and told him to cancel the trip and stay in Los Angeles. Days later, Biggie was killed in a drive-by shooting. Burrows also claims Diddy paid for Biggie's funeral using Biggie's own money, charging the cost to his estate. That's your best friend, your biggest artist, the man who made you famous, and you're billing his family for the funeral. That's cold. The documentary goes even further, alleging Diddy used Biggie's death to elevate his own fame. While publicly mourning and releasing I'll Be Missing You, he was allegedly turning the tragedy into a publicity moment. That's not loyalty. That's calculated manipulation. Now, Diddy's lawyers didn't take this lightly. As soon as the documentary dropped, they went into attack mode, sending Netflix a cease and desist letter and calling the project a shameful hit piece. They claim the documentary used stolen, unauthorized footage and are threatening to sue for millions. But here's the twist: 50 Cent and the documentary's director, Alexandria Stapleton, aren't backing down. They say all the footage was obtained legally and that they have every right to use it. And here's the craziest part: the footage came from a videographer Diddy himself hired. He thought he'd beat the case and release his own documentary proving his innocence. Instead, that same footage ended up with 50 Cent, and now 21.8 million people have watched it on Netflix. Diddy literally filmed his own downfall. In those clips, you see him on the phone with his lawyers, stressing about public perception, trying to control the narrative. But instead of helping him, the footage makes things worse. It shows him more worried about his image than the victims. And that's exactly why this documentary matters. 50 Cent says staying silent would make it seem like hip-hop supports abuse and manipulation, and he wanted to make it clear that it doesn't. This isn't about revenge. It's about accountability and giving victims a voice. And the fact that powerful people are trying to shut it down says everything. Then there's Gene Deal. He revealed he was supposed to be in the documentary, but pulled out after being told that 50 Cent doesn't actually control what goes in or who gets paid. That raises even more questions. Who really controls this project? At the end of the day, this documentary is changing the game. It's exposing long-buried secrets and forcing the industry to face uncomfortable truths. Marlin defending Diddy, Jay-Z missing entirely, Ja Rule attacking 50, and Diddy's lawyers threatening lawsuits. It all connects. Now I want to know what you think. Is the Tupac case getting reopened? Why is Jay-Z missing? And do you think some people are hiding something? Drop your thoughts in the comments.